it comes to taking over country, well, Evo Morales did it in about 1 month. Even the government buildings of Bolivia are located in the heart of La Paz. The politicians do most of the country's work in the parliament buildings. It is a big area that consists of many buildings and many people. Recently, Evo Morales had an act where he would basically just take over the whole entire country and throw all the other Bolivians under the bus. There were some people that supported this move and joined for the rule of the country. The Constitution still states that the Bolivian state is a democracy. Presidential power is a lot greater than all of the other branches of government. The president has the leading role and can overrule anything that passes through Congress. But the odd part of Bolivia is it has not 3, but 4 branches of government. How it works is the citizens elect people for the electoral branch, and they end up voting for the overall president and ruler. There is no limit or no minimum that you can remain president. If you were elected, there was no guarantee that you would be leader for even a year. But we're still left with the same question. How did Evo Morales take over the country? Well, he was already in office when he took over the country. He had been president for an astounding 9 years and had no intent of stopping. There were a few men with military power that decided to run alongside Evo Morales. But that leads us to the next question. Why did the citizens not rebel? Simply because they were not powerful enough to take on the government? Maybe they have, and we don't know. We honestly have no idea why. Bolivia used to be a smaller area, and it was a lot farther north, almost where Peru was. In fact, modern Bolivia used to be Peru. There was a lot of involvement in other South American countries because their independence was claimed around the same time. The big question is, how did Spain's culture affect the citizens of Bolivia today? Well, the war began in 1809 in Upper Peru, when the Bolivian army took on the Royalists. 3 generals led 3 armies from Buenos Aires to the Royalist army. They were easily defeated, but the Royalist army was weakened. Soon after, José de Sucre, Bolivian general, led a final strike and defeated the Royalists for good. The Bolivian army had won and would officially become a country on August 6, 1825. This was an incredible feat considering the Royalists in Spain were very powerful, although it was somewhat bound because of all the countries fighting. Of course, the leaders and layout of the war played a huge role. There was no way they would have won if it was not for the plan of attack. But if you went to Bolivia, you would see a lot of Spanish influence. All the culture's ways were passed to by the Spanish. There was not a noticeable difference between the culture of Bolivia and Spain. Odd how countries work like that. The country that ruled them unfairly is basically the base of their whole country and culture. It seems though you would not want to keep that dark history. Independence is what makes a country a country. And this is Bolivia's story, and therefore, Bolivia, building a nation.
In beautiful, bedazzling Bolivia, there are many things to see. There are the Salar de Uyuni salt flats, the beautiful Incan ruins. There is the Cristo de la Concordia. In the witches' market, they sell many weird things, like dried llama fetuses, soapstone figurines, and dried frogs. In beautiful Bolivia, their economy is not great. Their GDP per sector is 11.3 for agriculture, 36.9 for industry. For services is 51. Most of Bolivia's imports are manufactured in fields and most of their exports are fuels and mining and agriculture. The economy also has to do with money. Bolivianos are Bolivia's money. 1 Boliviano is equal to 0.14 of an American dollar. About 7 Bolivianos is equal to $1.
The country of Bolivia is a marvelous country with a lot of tourists that tourist every day. With a population of 10.6 million people, Bolivia has an amazing mountainous area and an amazing coastline. Bolivia shares the borders with 6 different countries. The countries are Peru, Chile, Argentina, Brazil, and Paraguay. I'm going to take you on a journey how Bolivia's culture has changed over time, like what they eat and what they wear and how the history of Bolivia. The history and culture of Bolivia is very interesting in the past. The thing is, the settlers were the Incas. Then Spain took over and made the Incas into slaves. They also sacrificed kids to their gods. Now, that's sad. They killed their gods for their. They killed kids for the gods. Did you know that Bolivia is named after a ruler that decided to name Bolivia that name? Bolivia means sea, money table. They had a lot of gold in the Inca time, so that's another reason they named Bolivia Bolivia. That was used since the year 1872. The person who founded Bolivia was Francisco Pizarro. The year that Francisco Pizarro defeated the Incas was the early 1532. Another thing is that the Incas did was
Hi everybody. Some other facts is that the Incas were actually the least coordinated. No, their culture was really bad and their religion was awesome kind of, but I'm a Christian so it wasn't really but I really liked it and I hoped you liked learning about it, and the Incas were
because they were
very happy all the time, but except for when the kids got sacrificed, and yeah, so they so the Incas were very happy and joyful except for when they got sacrificed, and
the Bolivians cooked
the
just like
rulers
us, but
were
stove
evil, some of them were, but some of them were nice. And the priests were nice too, because, yeah, the priests were usually nice, so yeah. Bye!
Then the appliances aren't as good as the Americans. Another thing is that they use a stove, but fridge, but it's not like the Americans. Another thing is that, oh my gosh.